सचिन पुजारी, सचिन पुजारी, अभिनंदन,
Yes, sir.
ओके, अभिषेक, अभिषेक कागवाड, अक्षता बेळवी,
Present, sir.
ओके, आनंद क्याबानी,
Yes, sir.
ओके, अंजुम बिरादर, अंजुम बिरादर, बसवराज गडकरी, बसवराज गडकरी, बसवराज ऐनापुरे,
Yes, sir.
बसवराज ऐनापुरे, ओके, राइट, भाग्यश्री, भाग्यश्री, भक्ति,
Present, sir.
ओके, भारती,
Present, sir.
ओके, चेतन कुमार, चेतन कुमार, दीपक,
Present, sir.
राइट, दिव्या, दिव्या, दिव्या इज देयर, दिव्या कुलकर्णी, गट प्रथमेश शिवाजी, गट प्रथमेश शिवाजी, ज्योति, ज्योति, किरण लिगाड़े, किरण लिगाड़े, लक्ष्मीकांत, लक्ष्मीकांत, मांतेश,
Yes, sir.
ओके, मोळे प्रेम, मोळे,
Present, sir.
राइट, नागेश, नागेश,
sir. Yes,
ओके, नंदीश,
Yes, sir.
राइट, पूजा पाटिल,
Present, sir.
ओके, प्रमोद कुमार, प्रमोद कुमार, प्रवीण मखदूम, प्रवीण, प्रियंका, प्रियंका, संध्या, संध्या, वंदना, सॉरी, संतोष पुजारी, संतोष पुजारी, संतोष सोनार, संतोष सोनार, शाहबाज, शाहबाज,
Present, sir.
ओके, शफिया,
Present, sir.
ओके, श्रीधर,
Yes, sir.
श्रीधर, राइट,
Yes, sir.
सृष्टि, ओके,
Present, sir.
राइट, सिद्धार्थ वर्णेकर, सिद्धार्थ वर्णेकर, सिद्धार्थ पाटिल, सिद्धार्थ पाटिल, सुप्रिया, सुप्रिया,
Present, sir.
ओके,
Present,
राइट, वंदना, वंदना,
Present, sir.
राइट, वसंत, वसंत,
Yes, sir.
ओके, वेदत्ता, राइट, वेदत्ता, वेदत्ता, योगेश, योगेश, महेश, महेश,
Yes, sir.
राइट, ओके, बालेश, बालेश, तैक मोहम्मद, तैक मोहम्मद, प्रवीण राठौड़,
Yes, sir.
राइट, ओके, अभिषेक, अभिषेक,
Yes, sir.
राइट, ऐश्वर्या, ऐश्वर्या, ओके,
Present, sir.
अमानुल्ला, यस, अमानुल्ला, 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 बनोडकर तनय मोहनदास, बनोडकर तनय मोहनदास, भावराव, भावराव, Shodhan.
Present, sir.
Okay. Devanar Anil Kumar Shekappa. Devanar Anil Kumar Shekappa. Nand Kumar. Nand Kumar. Pramod Kesti. Pramod. Rohini Pawle. Rohini.
Present, sir.
Okay. Rohit Alwani. Rohit Alwani. Shashidhar. Shashidhar. Sridhar.
Present,
Sridhar.
sir.
Right.
Sir, present.
Saish. Okay. Saish. Saish.
Present.
Snehal. Saish is there? Saish.
Present, sir.
Okay,
Sir,
right.
present.
Okay. Snehal. Snehal. Vaishnavi.
Present, sir.
Vaishnavi.
Present, sir.
Okay. Yes. Karthik. Karthik. Okay. Anybody left out? Anybody
Sir,
left out here?
Shabad Mullah.
Shabaz.
Priyanka Biradar.
Priyanka have given. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. What were we discussing in the last class? We were discussing about the DAA instruction, decimal adjust accumulator. It will adjust the non-BCD number to BCD number, right? If after adding two BCD numbers, if the answer is non-BCD number, it will convert that non-BCD number to BCD number. That is the function of DAA instruction, decimal adjust accumulator. It is used in two cases. In the first one, when the lower 4 bits, auxiliary carry is 1, if the auxiliary carry is 1, or if the lower digit is greater than 9, then 6 is added to the lower digit. Second condition is if the higher digit is greater than 9, or if carry equal to 1, then 6 is added to the higher digit. These are the two conditions under which the DA instruction is used, decimal adjust accumulator. First condition, if the lower digit is greater than 9 or if auxiliary carry is 1. Second condition, if the higher digit is greater than 9 or if carry equal to 1. Then we analyze the, that is we understood the logical instructions. We took up the logical instructions, various logical instructions, ANL, right? ANL, then various instructions of ANL, variants of ANL. Then I just explained there that instead of ANL, if you replace by ORL, that will give you all the instructions of ORL. And instead of ORL, if you replace XRL, that will give you all the instructions of XRL, right? So this is how we are getting the various instructions of ANL, ORL, and XRL. ANL, ORL, and XRL. Okay. So these are the various logical instructions of 8051 microcontroller: logical AND, logical OR, and logical XOR. Now, after studying the various logical instructions, let us take a few examples and programs here to understand the concept of the logical instructions. Now, here we understood the function of XRL instruction, logical XOR, right? If I use the instruction XRL, A comma A, what will be the answer? What will be stored in A register? XRL A comma A. What will be the answer here? XRL A comma A. Yes.
0.
What will be the answer? Yes.
0.
0. Who told that? Yes, it is correct. You are right. Answer is 0. So A equal to 0. Very correct. Because how you are getting 0? Value in A is XORed with the same value. Is it not? So if you are XORing the value in A with the same value, then you get A equal to 0. Right? Because suppose say in X in A register, if you are taking the value as say 04 H, and in the same value you are XORing again. Value in XOR, value in A, sorry, value in A is XORed with the value in A. Right? So 04 is XORed with 04. Right? So XORing the same value. I told the truth table in the last class. 0 XOR 0 is 0, 0 XOR 1 is 1, 1 XOR 0 is 1, 1 XOR 1 is 0. So this is as good as 1 XOR 1. So 04 XOR 04 means you will get 0. Right? This is how the XRL instruction works here. So this is one simple example for XRL instruction. Then next is to read and test P1 to see whether it has the value 45H. If it does, send 99H to P2, otherwise it stays clear. It's a small program to read the value from port P1. After reading the value from port P1, see whether this value is 45H. See whether the value in port P1 is 45H. If it is having the value 45H, then send 99H to P2. Send 99H to P2. Otherwise, the value in P1, the value in P2 will be 0. Okay. What is the question here? First, read the value from P1. Right. If the value in P1, check the value in P1 whether it is having the value 45H. If it is having the value 45H, then send the value 99H to P2. Otherwise, the value in P2 will remain as 0. Right. Let us write a program for this here. This is a program here. Move P2 comma hash 00H. First instruction I will be initializing. As I told in the previous classes, whenever you write any program, the first part of the program should always be initialization. First part of the program should always be initialization. Move P2 comma hash 00H. So this P2 is where we are sending the value 99H. Read the question here. We are sending the value 99H to P2 if P1 is storing the value 45H. If P1 has the value 45H, we are sending the value 99H to P2. Right? So for that purpose, first we have to initialize P2. I am storing 0 in P2. Next, move P1 comma hash 0FFH. P1 is the port. P1 is the port from which we are reading the value. Remember that whenever we are reading the value from the port, we have to first store FF in that port. Okay, this is the initialization for the ports. Right? If you are reading the value from any of the ports, port P1 or P0 or P2 or P3, if you are reading the value, first you have to store 0FFH in that port. Right? Suppose if you are writing the value into the port, then you have to store 0 in that port first as an initialization. Okay, so once you store FF into that port, only then you will be able to read the value stored onto that port. Okay, so now 0FFH is not the value, it is just initialization in order to read the value from the port. I gave the detailed explanation of how the port works. Right, we took the structure of the IO port, okay, which has the D latch, then output driver circuit, input buffer circuit. That part I explained when I was explaining the port structure, IO port structure of the IO pins or the ports, right? So there I explained in detail how the port works or how the port pin works, how you are going to read the value which is available on the pin, or how you are going to write the value onto the port pin. That part we have already discussed. is it not? So here, if you want to read the value from that port, first store FFH in that port, that is initialization. Then once you are storing the value FFH in that port, whatever value may be stored in that port, that value will be able to read. Okay, you'll be able to read from that port. Okay, it may be any value, it may be 04 or 05, or it may be A or B or F, whatever it may be, whatever value may be stored in P1, that you can read once you have stored or initialized the port P1 with FFH. Fine. The next is move R3 comma hash 45H. Which value we are checking here? See the question to see whether it has the value 45H, whether port P1 has the value 45H. So you have to check whether the port P1 has the value 45H. Okay. So if we want to check this value 45H, there is one method which we will be able to do it. So what we can do is we can XOR the value in one register with the same value. Okay, we can XOR the value in register one register with the value in some other register. So after XORing, if suppose say I'm XORing the value in A register with the value in R3 register. Okay, so what is the value in R3 register? 45H. If the value in A register is also 45H, the value stored in A will be 0, because 1 XOR 1 is 0. 45H XOR 45 is 0. Right? So 0 will be stored in A register. Then what I can do, if the value in A is 0, then value 19H in port P2. It is does then send 19H to P2. That means if the port P1 is storing the value 45H, only then we have to send the value 19H to P2. Otherwise, the value in P2 will remain as 0. Okay. So that is why we have initialized first port P2 as 0. Move P2 comma hash 00. Then we are storing FF in P1, right? Then move R3 comma hash 45H. So this is the value which we are checking. Okay. Then move A comma P1. This instruction move A comma P1 will make the value stored in A to be equal to value on the port P1. Whatever is the value on port P1, that will be stored in A register. Suppose say value on port 1. Okay, let us assume it as a 45H. Let us say beginning, let us assume it as 45H. Now next instruction, whatever is the value on port P1. So first what we have stored to initialize, we have stored FFH in P1 to read the value for port P1. Then value in P1 will be read onto port A. That is 45H will be stored onto A register. Move A comma P1 means what? FF will not be stored. Note that. FF is meant to only initialize for reading purpose. Okay, so FFH will not be stored in A. 45H, which is the value in port P1, that will be stored in A register. Okay. XRL A comma R3. XRL A comma R3 means value in A register will be XORed with value in R3 register. Value in A register will be XORed with value in R3 register. Okay. So these two values will be XORed. So once these two values are XORed here, suppose what value we have taken in A register? 45H. In A register the value is 45H. In R3 register also the value is 45H. So what will happen here? 45H XOR with 45H. 45H XOR with 45H. So that will give the value 0. That will give the value 0. Right? So we are checking whether the value in A register, that is nothing but the value on port P1, because the value on port P1 we have stored in A register. Move A comma P1. So when we are XORing the value in A register with the value in R3 register, if the result is 0, that means value in A register is 45H. Correct? So value in A is 45H means from where it has come from port P1. Whatever value was stored in port P1, that we have moved to A register. That we have moved in A register. Correct? So if the value in A register is 0, right? What it means, it has the value 45H. Port P1 has the value 45H. So if it has the value 45H, suppose if it is non-zero, okay, here we are using conditional instruction, because here we have to satisfy the condition here. That if it is 0, then what has to be done? He has mentioned the condition. They have mentioned the condition here. Suppose if the value in port P1 is 45H, then we have to send 19H to P2. Otherwise, so it is just like if else condition, what you are using in C language. Otherwise, if else, If it has a value 45, store 99H in P2. Otherwise, store 0 in P2. Otherwise, store 0 in P2. Okay. So for that if else condition, we are using in certain instruction here in microcontroller. So here I have to use the instruction JNZ, jump if no 0 to exit. So this instruction jump if no 0 to exit, what it does is it will check the value in A register. The value in register, jump if no 0. If the value in A register is not 0, okay. If the value in A register is not 0, if the value in A register is not 0, only then it will jump. Okay. So the value in A is not 0. If the value in A is not 0, then it will jump to exit. Exit means it will come here, end of the program. Jump if no 0 to exit. If the value in here is not 0, it will jump to exit. It will jump to exit. Okay. Suppose if the value in A is 0, suppose if the value in A is 0, right? Then it will store 99H in P2. It will store 99H in P2. Following here, if the value in A is not 0, if the value in A is not 0, jump if no 0. Jump if no 0 means it will check the value in A register. If the value in A register is not 0, no 0 means if the value in A register is not 0, only then it will jump to exit. It will jump to exit here, and that will be the end of the program. Okay, that is the end of the program. Otherwise, if else condition, if it is not 0, it will jump. If it is 0, if the value in A register is 0, then what it has to do? It will execute the next instruction. It will execute the next instruction. Next instruction is move P2 comma hash 99H. So what it indicates here, what is the condition that they are given? If the value in P1 is 45H, store 99H in P2. So the condition is satisfied means you have to store 99H in P2. Is it not? So if condition is satisfied, if it is 0, if it is 0 means value in A is 45H, because 45H XOR 45H is 0. So value in A is 45H means value in port P1 is 45H, because the value in A has come from port P1. Yes or no? So value in P1 is 45H means what we have to do? We have to store 99H in P2. We have to store 99H in port P2. The instruction is move P2 comma hash 99H. So it is as good as using the if else condition here. If condition is true, if condition is true, if condition is false, it will jump to here. If condition is true, then it will execute move P2 comma hash 99H. Right? So that if else condition is nothing but that is provided by this instruction JNZ, jump if no 0 to exit. Following here, right? So this is how the instructions we are using in order to write the program for this. That is to read and test P1 to see whether it has the value 45H. If it does, send 99H to P2. Otherwise, it stays cleared. Okay. So is this program understood here, students? Is it understood? This program to everyone? Yes. This program is understood to everyone? Understood this program? Priyanka? Priyanka? Rohini, understood the program? Paule? Rohini, Paule? Understood here? Rohini? Mantesh?
Sir, understood, sir.
Understood, no? Fine. Okay, okay, right. Shafia, understood? Shafia?
Sir, any logical instructions we can use, sir?
Logical instructions is XRL that we are using. This is a logical instruction. XRL.
Yes, sir. Like, or ANL and ORL we can use.
ANL we can no, ANL we cannot use, because ANL is meant to perform the logical AND. Okay. Suppose if you are ANDing 45H with 45, you'll get some other value. Is it not? Suppose value in A is 45, if you are ANDing value in A with value in R3, okay, then that cannot be used. Otherwise, in A register, what is stored is 45H. That you have to AND it with the same number to check, because they are checking this number, right? So in other register, what we have stored is 45H. So we cannot use ANL instruction. ORL also we cannot use because 45H odd with 45H, it will give some other value, right? So it is not possible to check whether that particular value is stored in the register by using ANL and ORL. Okay, it is possible with XRL because the XRL does that. 1 XOR 1 is 0. So that condition, if it is there, then it is possible to use this instruction, conditional jump instruction, and thereby check whether the value stored in that port P1 is 45H or not. Okay. Let us say if you are ANDing A with 0, that is also not possible, right? A with 0 means it will not check the value in R3, yes or no? Then if you are ORing A with the R3, that with 0, that is also not possible because you will not be able to check the value in R3, correct? So it is not possible using ANL and ORL. Huh? Understood, no, Shafia?
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay, right. Any other questions here? Shabaz?
No,
Shabaz?
sir, understood, sir.
Understood, no? Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Vandana, any doubts? Vandana?
No, sir, nothing.
Okay. Srushti? Srushti? Any doubts here?
No, sir. No, sir.
Right, right. Okay. Next is clear instruction. Clear instruction. So the name itself will indicate what is the function of this instruction. Clear A, clear accumulator. It will clear the value in A register. It will clear the value in A register. What is meant by clearing the value? Clearing the value means whatever is the value stored in A register, that will become 0. Whatever is the value stored in A register, that will become 0. Right? That is the meaning of clear. Fine. So it is 1 byte instruction. It takes 1 machine cycle to execute. Right? Clears this function of this instruction, it clears the content of the register A. It clears the content of register A or the accumulator register. Description is all the bits of accumulator are set to 0. See here, once you are making the value in A register as 0, what does it indicate? All the bits are 0. All the 8 bits are 0. Yes or no? So all the bits of accumulator are set to 0. So 0 is stored in A register. This is the operation of the clear A instruction. None of the flags are affected. So none of the either carry flag or auxiliary carry flag or parity or overflow flag, none of the flags are affected. So that is the example here. We'll take one example. Let us say the value in A register. Let us take one small example. Clear A it is. Instruction is clear A. Let's consider the value in A as say 28H. 28H. After the instruction clear A is executed, value in A register will become equal to 0. Value in A register will become equal to 0, right? Or 00H. 00H means all the 8 bits will be 0. All the 8 bits of A register will become 0. Right? So this is clear A instruction. Next is complement instruction, CPL, complement. Okay, so format of this instruction is CPL-A, complement the value in A register. Remember, it is ones complement. Okay, it will perform the ones complement of the value stored in A register. It is 1 byte instruction and it takes 1 machine cycle to execute. Complements the content of register A or the accumulator. So a ones complement of the value stored in accumulator is obtained. Note that it is obtaining ones complement, not the twos complement. In other words, what is meant by ones complement? Can anybody tell me? What is ones complement? What is ones complement here? Can anybody tell me that? Yes? Can anybody tell me? What do you mean by ones? Yes?
Whatever the value we get, we have to add 1.
No, that is twos complement. First tell me ones complement.
If we get 1, we
Ones
have to
complement means
take this 0.
okay, right. You're right. You're right. Fine. So if it is 1, you have to make it 0. If it is 0, you have to make it 1. Okay. If the bit is 1, make it 0. If the bit is 0, make it 1. If it is 1, make it 0. If it is 0, make it 1. Okay. This is one's complement. Okay. So this is performed by the CPL instruction. This is performed by the CPL instruction. Okay. So one's complement of the value stored in accumulator is obtained. In other words, what it means, bits that were 1 previously become 0 and vice versa. Bit which was 1, it will become 0, and bit which is 0, it will become 1. So the operation is, it will perform the ones complement. A bar is 1 will become 0, 0 will become 1. That will be stored in A register. And none of the flags are affected by the CPLA instruction. Okay. Now here, I'll ask you to do one small example, right? The example is, find the 2's complement. Find the 2's complement of a number. So how do you find that? If I ask you to find 2's complement of the value 85h, let us consider one value here. Find 2's complement of the value and 2's complement of the value 85h, right? How do you find it? You have to tell me the answer. I have asked you to find 2's complement. We have the instruction to find the 1's complement. Just now we discussed CPL instruction. Okay, so using that instruction, how do you find 2's complement? Can you write a small program, 1 or 2 line program? 1 or 2 instructions to do that. First instruction will be what? Which will be the first instruction? So the value given is 85h. This we have to store somewhere, correct? Yes or no? This we have to store somewhere.
Yes,
so to store that, right, we have to use move instruction always. So move a comma hash 85h. Move a comma hash 85h. This is the first instruction. What it means here, move a comma hash 85h means value in A register is 85.
85H.
Value in A register 85. Yes, 85h. Okay. Then next instruction. Tell me what should I use here? Next instruction. Which instruction will come next? Yes.
CPLA.
CPLA. Very good. CPLA. Complement the value in A register. So 85 is what? 85 is 1,000,000. That is 8. Then 5 is 0101. 0101. Okay. 1,000,001. Right. Now CPLA, this instruction will perform the 1's complement of this value. Perform the 1's complement of this value. Okay. So what is the 1's complement of this? Let us say that value in A register will be equal to. So this is 1's complement of 1 is 0. Right. 0 complement is 1. How many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore we get 4 1's here. 0 complement is 1. Okay. Then 1 complement is 0. 0 complement is 1. 1's complement is 0. Okay. Get the bits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 bits. This is 1's complement. Now I want 2's complement. Mathematically, how do you find out 2's complement? Mathematically, now already
By
I got
adding
already.
Add 1.
Just now you told that.
By adding 1.
Correct. You are right. Yes. Yes.
By adding
Yes.
1.
Correct. So you have to add 1 to the answer. Okay. So you have to add 1 to the 1's complement to get 2's complement. Right. Now here, if I add 1 here, if I add 1, okay, here I add 1. If I add 1 here, then I will get 2's complement. So what is the 2's complement that I get? 2's complement is just the LSB will be 1, other bits will be as it is it not? So LSB is 0 plus 1 1, correct? 0 plus 1 1 it is. Then remaining bits will be, this is 1 as it is. Okay. Then we have this bit 0 plus 0, it is 0 as it is. Then next bit is also 1 as it is, right? Then we have 111, this from here 111 0 or 0 111. So it is 0 1 1 1. Okay, 4 bits. This had 4 bits. Okay. So this is our answer. 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 1. Right. Now this is 2's complement. Now if I want to add this one, which instruction I have to use? Here we got it mathematically.
Add instruction.
Add instruction, correct, excellent. So we have to use add instruction. So add, how I have to use the instruction here? Add add a comma hash 01 hash 01. So what this instruction does? This instruction will add. It will add. So the value in A register, final value in A register will be. It will add the value in A, whatever we got the ones complement here. Okay. So whatever we got ones complement, it will add that. Sorry, it will add the value in A, right? And to 1 plus 1, A plus 1. This will give us those complement. That is this answer. It will give us this answer. What answer we had got? This answer. So to this value in A, it will add 1. So 1 is added here. Okay. So when 1 is added to this, then the final answer will be this. This is our 2's complement. Right? This is our 2's complement. So what is the 2's complement we are getting? 0 triple 1. So 0 triple 1 is 7. Then 1 0 1 1. Okay, it is 11. 11 means B. So answer is 7BH. Okay, this is the final answer. This is the 2's complement of the given number 85H. How much you're getting? 7BH, right? So you all understood here, students, how to find the 2's complement. Is it clear here? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Next, we'll move on to rotate instructions. There are 4 types of rotate instructions, remember. 2 are simple rotate instructions and 2 are rotate through carry. 2 are simple rotate instructions, rotate accumulator left, rotate accumulator right. Then 2 rotate instructions are rotating through the carry flag. Rotate left through carry, value in A register. Rotate right through carry, value in A register. Okay. So let us study one of, these rotate instructions one after the another. First one is RLA, rotate left the accumulator content. So this instruction, it rotates the 8-bit cutting. What is the meaning of rotate? Are you able to, yes, are you able to see these 2 tables here, D7 to D0 bits?
Yes, sir.
It is visible, these 2
Yes,
tables
sir.
here? Seen, no? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. Now here, I have stored some value from D7 to D0. I have stored some value from D7 to D0. What is the value that I have stored? First 1001 0010. 1001 0010. This is the value that I have stored in D7 to D0, from D7 to D0. Okay. Right. So this value I have to rotate it. So what is meant by rotating left? Rotating left. First we'll take up rotate left. So rotate left means D0 bit, whatever is the bit in D0, that will come in D1. So that I have indicated by the arrow mark here. Right? The bit in D0, whatever was the bit in D0, that will be stored in D1. The bit in D1, that will be stored in D2, that will shift to D2. Bit in D2 will shift to next bit, that is D3. D3 bit will move to the D4th bit. D4th bit will shift to D5 bit. D5 will shift to D6, and D6 bit will shift to D7th. So this is how the shifting operation will take place. They will shift, each bit will shift 1 bit to the left. Each bit will shift 1 bit to the left. This is called as rotate left. And finally, what is remaining? D7 is remaining. Correct? So this D7th bit will shift to D0 bit. This D7th bit will shift to D0 bit. D0 bit. Okay? So this is how the shifting operation will take place. This is called as rotate left. Now, if you can see here, this is 0. D0 is 0. So this 0 will be stored in D1. D1 position. That is, D1 will be 0. Here D1 is 1. So this 1 will be stored in 0. This 0 will be stored in D3, which is 0. That will be stored in D4. It is 0. D1. So D5, which is 0, it will be stored in D7. And finally, D7, which is 1, which will be stored in D0. Previously, D0 was 0. This is called as simple rotate left instruction. Simple rotate left instruction. Now tell me, students, what was the previous value here in the register? So it is 1001 0010. 1001 is how much? 9. Okay, is 9. 1001 is 9. All right. Then what about 0010? 0010 means how much?
2, sir.
2. You're
2.
right. It is 2. 92H. Fine. Okay. Now tell me, Abhishek, what is the value after rotating? Abhishek? Abhishek is here? Palekar? Sridhar, tell me, what will be the answer after rotating? See these bits. Sridhar. See
Sir,
these
2.
bits. First one is 2, correct? You are right. Fine.
First one is 2, sir.
Yes. Next 4 bits.
And 5, sir. 5.
5. Exactly. So 25H. 25H. Okay. So 0010 is 2. Then 0101 is 5. So it is 25H. After rotating
Yes, sir.
1 bit to the left. Correct. So you will get 25H. You will get 25H. Okay. So this is how you are performing the simple rotate left instruction. Clear? Now, if you are rotating through the carry, then that is different. That I will tell you next. Okay. So you all understood here what is meant by rotate left instruction. Each bit
Yes,
will be
sir.
shifted left by 1 bit. Each bit will be shifted left by 1 bit. Okay. Let us just see the details of this RL instruction, rotate left instruction. The bits rotated out of A are rotated back into A at the opposite end. You can see here the bits which are rotated back into A at the opposite end. So it will come from A, D7 to D0. Okay, that is rotating in the opposite direction. Correct? That is bit 7 is rotated into the bit 0 position. Bit 7 is rotated. D7 will come into D0 position. So that is what we call as rotating into the opposite end. Right? The operation of this instruction is value in A register will be shifted left by 1 bit. Now how this particular way of explaining this? There is a particular way of explaining this. So an will be stored in an plus 1. What it indicates here? The value of n varies from 0 to 6. The value of n varies from 0 to 6. So it is varying from 0 to 6. So it is written as an plus 1. an is storing, this an is storing the value into an plus 1. Okay. an plus 1 here. So this is storing the value into an plus 1. Fine. Let's write that an plus 1. This is an plus 1. an plus 1. Okay. Plus 1. Right. So the value in an got shifted here and it is moved to an plus 1. What it means here, the value of n varies from 0 to 6. Value of n varies from 0 to 6. Okay. So value of n is from 0 to 6. 0 to 6. Right. So let us say first n is 0. n is 0 means A0. A0, that is D0 bit. A0. So A0 will be shifted where? A0 will be shifted to which position? An plus 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. So A0 will be shifted to A1. A0 will be shifted to A1 here. Okay, A0 will be shifted to A1. It is shifting operation. So shift will take place here. Okay. Right. Okay, let it. Right. So let us denote it as A0 to A1 here. So whatever is the bit in A0, that will be shifted to A1. Next A1 will be shifted to where? A1, this n is 1. N is 1 means this is n plus 1. 1 plus 1, it is 2. This will be shifted to A2. That means bit in D0 will be shifted to D1. Bit in D1 will be shifted to A2. Similarly, A2 to A3. A2 to A3 means it is D2 to D3. D2 bit will be shifted to D3, D3 to D4, D4 to D5, D5 to D6, D6 to D7, and finally D7 to D0. The D7 to D0 should be indicated separately. That is what it is indicated here. This is A7 to A0. Okay, A7 to 8. This should be 0 here. So it is A7 to A0. A7 to A0. Right? And none of the flags are affected by the RLA instruction. Okay. Any doubts here, students, up till now? Any doubts here? Any questions? Following, right? In today's class, we
sir.
discussed, fine. In today's class, we discussed few examples when a program on using XRL instruction, then clear instruction, complement instruction, and we have started with the rotate instruction, rotate accumulator left. Okay. In the next class, I will take up RLCA, rotate accumulator left through carry, then rotate right through the accumulator, rotate accumulator right through carry, and swap accumulator. Okay. And further, we will discuss the various jump instructions, conditional instructions in the next class. Okay. So any difficulty here, students? Any problem in understanding? Yes? Anybody? Any problem in understanding here?
No, sir.
Clear, right? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions here? Any questions? Vaishnavi, any questions? Vaishnavi? Saniko? Vaishnavi?
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any doubts? Any questions?
No, sir.
Any problem in understanding?
No, sir. I'm understanding, sir.
Understanding? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Akshata? Any doubts here? Belavi?
No, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir. I have understood.
Okay. Anand? Kyabani? Anand? Deepak? Jamdar? Bharti? Understood? Bharti?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine, fine. Bhakti? Bhakti?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Understood? Good. Okay. Mantesh? Clear?
Yes, sir. Clear, clear.
Okay. Nagesh? 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 Pooja? Pooja Patil? Any doubts here? Pooja Patil? Nandish?
Sir,
Nandish?
yes, sir.
Understood?
Understood, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
No, no. Okay. Vasant? Vasant? Supriya? Is it understood, Supriya? Rathod? 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 Aishwarya? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shodhan? Shodhan?
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Understood,
Any
sir.
questions? Any questions, Shodhan?
No, sir.
Okay. Right. Fine, then we'll continue in the next class. Right. So that's all for the today's session. Thank you.